Morning again. Out working on the garden stuff. It's St. Patrick's Day. I've got my Irish music on. I've got a couple favorite bands from back home in South Bend at Fiddler's Hearth that we always used to go and listen to them. And they're on Google Play, which amazed me. I'm like, wow, do you have like every band that ever existed? Because these are just like little hole-in-the-wall bands. But yeah, so I'm listening to some of my favorite music. I'm out here working in the, it's cool, but I guess it's about normal for this time of year, but I'm ready for some warmth. But let me show you what's going on in the culinary garden today. Alright, see, this box is thinned out a little bit. There was a bunch of flowers that I put out front. I'll have to show you those once I get a little established. But you can see my rhubarb, tomato, pepper, oregano, tarragon, rosemary, pepper, tomato, sage, chives, another tomato. That's how I like tomatoes. Got some dill starting here and these guys. Some epazote and these. There's some chervil starting back here. And these are for my hydroponic system. They're doing pretty good. There's a couple that haven't started yet, but it's a little chilly. I'm surprised the basil is really sprouted at all, because we had a couple warm days, but now it's cooler. Once it gets warm, those will be nothing. I've got some starts sitting in water in there to go in as soon as they get some more roots on them. Here's the tomatoes. Those are actually more rhubarb. I'm trying really hard to get rhubarb this year. Some peas. Let's see. Swiss chard. See the colors? I've got rainbow chard. These are actually carnations. I love carnations, so I'm trying to get a bunch of plants started. Some squash. That all go into the raised beds when we're done, which I've been working on really hard. We took out those beds, pulled everything out, we're leveling the ground. My husband's building them right now. They're going to match the base to this guy. Except for ease, we're going to take the corrugated metal the other way so that we don't have to cut it. And it's just one long piece. And trim back my bananas. They're starting to grow out again. They'll just stay warm. But yeah, we're going to put a big L raised bed in there. Put down some landscapers, fabric barrier down. Put some crushed granite on top of it so that area is raised bed and stone. No mowing around it. It'll be pretty. Looking forward to it. Then we're going to do the same thing over here. So we got to work around my bay tree. I'm a little sad when we leave here, go to the homestead, I won't be able to take him with me. I'll have to get a new baby going to take with me, because I love having my own bay tree. And that guy I've had for probably a good 15 years. Up in Indiana, he lived in a pot, never got more than like 3 feet tall. Put him in the ground out here and look at him. He's so happy. I'm going to have to get a start from him to take, so I feel like I've taken him along with me. This side's all going to get cleared out. We have to be Johnny on the spot with these beds, because this bed is all asparagus. Well, and weeds right now. But you can actually see some asparagus starts. Let me get down off the thing here. You can see asparagus start right there. And I had a couple that cut off already. This bed needs cleaned out bad, but I want to take the asparagus out and right back into the other bed as quickly as possible. I haven't planted anything this year. Everything mostly is weeds. There's a few little volunteer starts from seeds I put in last year that didn't take till now. Like there's cilantro and chives over in that bed next to the rosemary. But this is going to come out we're gonna build around the tree, and I'm gonna finally trim him. Any chefs in the area that want bay leaves, let me know. I'm gonna have a ton of them. And these guys are finally enjoying some not winter weather. Look at the blossoms. This guy is covered in blossoms. It's really awesome. I love how pretty this tree is. These pink blossoms, the variegated leaves, the new starts. Here, there's some new leaves there. Look at the pretty pink. I love them. This is a little finger lime. And look at let me get it to focus. Yeah, little start leaves on there. It's really cool. I think these from the base are from the graft stock, because look at the difference in the leaves. I'll trim those off because I don't want no graft stock. Got a volunteer pepper in my lime tree. I'll transplant them as soon as we get the raised beds in. I got a molly in my plant. Just stay out of trouble, Molly. And let's see, let's go around this way. Got this tomato plant that somehow survived the winter. He looks really rough, but I've had this before, and I'll tell you what, when they survive the winter, they get, oh, look at the baby asparagus right here. They are really good the second year if you make it through. Molly, are you a picture hog? This planter is really confused. It has an eggplant in the middle, and there is a tomatillo in there as well, and it is, you can see it right there. I've been picking tomatillos off it like all spring here, but the eggplant looks really nice. She's got a bunch of blossoms. It should do well. Nothing in here. Got to figure out what I want to put in here yet. Trim this mint back really well. It's super strong. It's probably root bound already, even though I just replanted that from like literally nothing. What are you doing over there, Molly? Is there something in the planter? There's nothing in the planter. She always thinks there's like things that I should let her try to attack in planters. There's nothing there. Shh. Let's see, this is a chili pekin. And I'm going to trim him all the way back down to, like, see here, I started trimming off because he's trying to re-sprout. Oh, last year when my curry plant had fruit, I threw some of the seeds in other planters to see if I get them started, and I got one. This is a baby curry plant, so probably be finding him a new home soon. This is another finger lime beside Molly. He's got some nice little starts going. He's looking happy. You can see I've got like drip line, but mist lines all over the place here. Some Chinese leek or garlic chive I'm trying to keep alive until I get the new beds in so I can replant it. These are shishito peppers, like the tag says. And, my family loves those, so trying to get some going again. Last year we had a really good crop from one plant. This is a kumquat. I just picked all the fruit off it here for this last freeze, but she still was loaded up with fruit. Should be blossoming again here as soon as we get some solid warm weather. This is my big old curry plant, which was a tiny little start. I paid $65 for a tiny little thing, just a little bit bigger than that start I showed you in that pot. And now it looks rough right now, but honestly it doesn't look that bad compared to what it has looked like in the past. Oh, there's Jack now hoarding in on the photos. Hi, Jack. Yeah. And I need to trim him back, kind of try to keep him a little shorter. maybe sprout out a little bit because he's so tall. It's hard to keep him potted properly. Here's a little kaffir lime. I had a big one. I threw it away for some reason. And then I really missed it and regretted it. So finally got another start. I think they're called Texas Citrus. I'll have to look it up. I'll put a link. And they have all kinds of really interesting citrus plants. And they are really nice, healthy starts. Really cost-effective pricing. I know when I get the homestead and the culinary lunch pads kitchen in, I will be putting some citrus in there too. Let me show you the plants that I transplanted from those beds over there into the hydroponic system. Did a little experimentation based on some things that told me, but I just instinctively I was like, that really probably doesn't work very well, and yeah, I was right. Like, okay, these are that garlic leek. Instinctively, I knew that if you're rooting something that doesn't have roots long enough to get down into the hydroponic solution, that it's going to need some moisture from someplace. And this rock wool holds moisture really well. I thought if you use that to get your roots started, it'll probably work really well. Well, the guy at the hydroponic store was like, oh, you can do it in stone too. And I was like, well, it doesn't hold moisture. How's it really gonna help the roots? And yeah, this one is practically dead already. Thank goodness I got a bunch of them over there. I don't really need these. These are just in case I couldn't keep everything alive and over there. Trying to root a sage just for experimental purposes and try to move a dill plant, but it's not really working much. Not working, but that's okay because I've got a bunch of starts over there, and I've got my little herb table over here with my dill, thyme, and parsley. Can't live without those as a chef. Well, the dill maybe, but the thyme and parsley, no. And that's why I've got another thyme plant going over here already. I was going to put it on the ground, but I wanted to see how I did in the hydroponic system since I already have one in a pot. And then I've got these guys. You can see they've done really well, actually. Let me see if I can reach all the way up there. Since I put them in, they seem to be growing and they look pretty good. So I noticed they haven't really put a lot of root on yet. Let me see. Yeah, you can see there's nothing like coming out of it. They're just in the rock wool right now. Whoops, let's point the camera at it. But they are doing okay in that rock wool, so looking forward to when they actually get some roots in, but until then, they're doing okay. I've got 30 more plants coming in. I'm going to fill this up mostly with strawberries. Definitely some greens. Probably rehome some strawberry plants because I don't think I really need like 46 strawberry plants. I think Molly thinks she's trapped in the plants. I'll have to go untrap her in a second. Just show you over here what we got. See, we're actually going to replace the grass all the way up to like over that way because we're going to set this hydroponic system back in there. And then we've got dirt here. This is all going to get covered. And over that way, there'll be no planters, but you can see I got lemongrass and bananas. And I'm going to move some of those planters over there so they're not taking up patio space. Well, that's all I've got going in the garden right now. Working on getting those raised beds in so I can actually get something. I don't feel like anything is growing other than these guys right now because I don't have anything in the ground, but it's looking pretty good. See, Molly's over here whining. I have to go save her from the maze of pots she's got herself into. You guys all have a great day. Please like and subscribe. See you soon. There's just one more thing I should show you. Is I started some basil starts. This is Thai basil from my Vietnamese grocery store. I trimmed it. So you cut it right below a junction. Go up till you only have like 4 leaves left. Put it in some water. Whoa, don't drop it on the floor. And there we go. Got it back in. And anyhow, they will root. Same with this lemongrass. Before I just planted on the ground, this time I want to kind of make sure I got a better start. But, yep. So I'll have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Thai basil plants from that. Way more than I need. Probably only need like 2. But just in case. I always like to have a backup. Well, thanks for watching. Bye.